What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Raven Widowmine 2 Grandmaster. In the last episode, we had a couple of really epic games. A 25-minute game where we should have had no chance to win, and the ending was really freaking cool. Our MMR is really high, above 4,500, which means that if we get only dubs, we could get Grandmaster within just 2 more episodes, which would be freaking awesome. We're playing against another Zerg around the same MMR as us, I believe, about 4,400. Now, I feel like we haven't played on this map a whole lot, and that's kind of surprising because whenever I watch streams, I feel like I see this map all the time. So either we are very unlucky or for some reason Master League players don't like this map. It's very possible. But for us, I think this could actually be very cool. So this map, it's a bit of a weird one. It's a map I've complained about a decent amount in the past because it's a little one-sided in some way. Like, if you want to go for an attack, there's not that many venues to attack in. But if you're playing Raven Widowmine and you like going for 5 command center setups, then check this out, right? You can block this entire area off with 1 planetary here. Then 1 planetary here blocks this entire area off. And then you can also fly CCs over these walls and try to take these bases early. So I feel like we should be able to get some really cool tactics going here. Whether we actually will, I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I feel like if I want to fully embrace the strategy I just mentioned of flying command centers over here, I think I would have to go for like the 7cc setup, right? Because I need enough planetaries to keep us safe at the front. But I also don't want them to have the time to like break these rocks or mine out these minerals, because then they would be able to deny those fast planetaries. So I guess we'll see. 7cc setup does sound pretty cool to me, to be honest, but I don't know if that's going to be feasible. I'll just see how much money I have, and if we get the opportunity to do something legendary like kind of like in the Penguin Brothers series. You guys remember when I had like the Penguin Brothers timing attack against Zerg, and then we found out the Penguin Brothers enhanced version? This is going to be like the 5cc enhanced version. That would be very, very cool. I'm going to try. I don't know. Oh, I clicked the hatchery on accident with the grenade, I think. I was like, I don't know why the hell that dropped there. Now, this queen finished a little early, which I believe means this was an extractor trick hatchery first, which in turn means that there could be Zerglings approaching my base. Not 100% sure, of course, but I'm sending the Reaper back just in case. If Zerglings don't appear like right now, I'm gonna turn around and scout the base, because I do want to make sure we're not playing against roaches. Obviously, one of the biggest challenges of the Raven Widowmine 2 Grandmaster series is defending those units that you ideally make units other than Raven Widowmines against to defend, like roaches. Now, let's see. It's going to be a fast lair. Oh, okay. Dude, for a second, I thought my opponent was called DRG. That is a legendary Zerg player from Korea, if you guys weren't aware. But no, it's DDG. Now, he's going to go for a fast lair. He only has 1 gas. I can say one thing, and that is that I really hope it's not a Nidus, because I don't really know what I would do against a Nidus, to be honest. Maybe I should be making a couple more Marines already. I don't think that sounds crazy, actually. I could make a couple more Marines, so I could defend the Nidus. Like, I'm allowed to go up to 5 Marines, right? So maybe that is something I want to do. I do have 4 Widowmines. There is one thing you can do with Widowmines against the Nidus, and that is you can burrow the Widowmines next to the Nidus, making it very hard for them to unload properly. Now, I don't think he has mined that out. I'm kind of feeling like this is going to be a 2-base muta, and the main reason I say that is just because there's creep spread. I feel like if you're going to go for a Nidus, you would rather... Oh, he does have a Roach Warren, though. You would rather save your Queen energy. It could also be neither. It could also be like a Roach speed timing attack. I think right now that is the leading category. It is pretty fun to pay attention to how often I would change my mind, right? Because it's... That's kind of what scouting does to you, right? Like, you have no idea what it's going to be, and you just have to adapt to whatever the best current idea is. Now, I'm trying to sneak... This is actually pretty hard. I'm trying to sneak around this Overlord. I really hope that the natural path for the roaches is going to be over here. Maybe I can kill that with these burrowed Widowmines. I'll look at the path. I think we should be able to get that, and these should be able to get the roaches. Looks like I burrowed the mines in the right spot, so that Overseer is going to die right away. That's very nice. And now we just pray that all the roaches walk over these Widowmines. That would be absolutely beautiful. Gonna start my 4th command center already. Gonna go up to my 5 Marines still. Is there anything else I need to do right now? I'm not quite sure. We lost the Reaper, so maybe we just have to... Oh, there's I didn't even realize the barracks was over there. I forgot I lifted it. Oh, I think we just killed 1 million roaches, actually. I don't know how many we killed. I want to say we killed probably close to 8 or something like that. So that was a really big play. Now I'm going to send those widow mines to the back. And try to catch the extra reinforcements. I think that's a good idea. I do not want that to be a planetary yet. I feel like this is actually the perfect game for the 7cc setup, but we do need to get it up because that's going to be quite hard against this roach timing attack. We did do a really good job of sniffing out his tactic by just constantly scouting, so that's really nice. I have 5 widow mines in each obvious path. So we should be able to get another group of massive hits against roaches if he attacks us again. So we already have 6 commands to this, guys. I'm going to go for number 7 here. We are probably also going to need a lot of turrets in case he's going to go to mute us after. Actually, I'm going to send these across the map. Because maybe I can get some scouting done with them. Okay, this is actually going to definitely be a little tricky because I have seen Zerg players do a similar build to this, and they will follow it up with a really big attack while taking this base for the rich gas. He doesn't have the rich gas. Okay, he took this base instead. That's actually quite comforting for me. Also, it doesn't seem like he's gonna have that many units. He tried to target the Raven that was low HP, but he didn't get it. And now I'm just gonna be able to spam auto turrets here. Right? Maybe if he doesn't target fire, I might be able to get away with the low HP Raven. There we go. We are gonna get away. Now, is the engineering bay finished yet? It is finished, so I will be able to morph that. If I get this one, that's gonna be an absolutely massive moment. We did a lot of damage with those early Ravens, and now I'm gonna start flying them to crazy locations like I promised you guys I would do. I think I should probably start mining this out already. Dude, this rich gas is gonna be such a big help if I actually get that up, because I obviously need so much freaking gas for this. So this command center is gonna go over there. I'm not quite sure where I'll put the 7th command center. I think that I want to put it in front of my natural, because there is a chance he's going to try run by with those roaches, right? Now, at this point in the game, I would say we're definitely in a pretty good spot. Not really completely set up yet, but with the planetaries, you have to imagine it's going to be pretty hard to break. Because those oh my god, the widow mines are popping off, guys. Look at that. And now, maybe I can even save a couple, because I can retreat to this planetary. Now, this is kind of what I meant. Right now, he can't still run by into my next base. I'm actually going to start even more command. It looks like he wants to go for it, surprisingly enough. Planetaries are not that easy to kill early on, so this is actually a little surprising. Okay, let's see. Is he just going to drop bios for now? I really want that to be a planetary. Okay. I'm also going to drop a couple auto turrets then to try and scare him off. Those are actually going to be pretty hard to bile down, those widow mines. Let's get this planetary as well. And now I have one. Dude, my economy is actually going to be freaking insane. I feel like I need just a little bit more time to stabilize. Like, get all these command centers up, and then also get, you know, a level of production up that I can saturate or actually make use of with this amount of command centers, I should say. I have 85 SCVs already. I'm going to make a sensor tower over here because that's going to scout everything. Yeah, this is actually a little bit of a big problem here, guys, because his army is pretty freaking massive, and he should be able to break this. I think I need building. Where's the... I don't know where... Oh, here it is. I couldn't find my engineering bay. I need the building armor upgrade instantly, because if I don't have it, I think I will actually get broken very easily. Now, this planetary is finished as well, so I can start mining this out. Those widow mines pop off, which is really nice. I don't have building armor yet, so this could be a little tough to hold. Let's see. I'm just going to start repairing it right away. Anti-armor missile should be pretty good, too. Maybe I should even put another planetary here, to be honest. I feel like both these bases... right now, I'm doing the freaking 9cc setup over here. I feel like both these bases could use another, you know, layer of defense. Let's see, I'm going to make some turrets over here. Looks like he wants to try and go in again for the attack. So I'm just going to start popping down the turrets already. Looks like he wants to go for a run by. The planetary is popping off. And guys, I have the backup planetary over here. I don't think he was thinking about it, but there's actually a backup planetary over there. He was trying to run it to the natural and realized he couldn't. The freaking 9 command center setup, guys. It is absolutely popping off right now. I have 108 SCVs, and somehow we actually have enough bases to saturate that with. Now, let's see. This base should be fully saturated now, and then the rest of the stuff can go over here. This is going to be planetary number 2 at this location, and this is going to be planetary number 2 at this location. Can probably go for drilling claws as well at this point. Dude, I have so much money. 116 SCVs, and I'm still not even saturated. That's how many freaking bases I have. This is so cool. Maybe this is the map that we want for the Raven Widowmine challenge, because this is actually pretty awesome. Now, let's see. Is he going to try to attack me again with similar... He still doesn't have that. I feel like that... Oh, I actually made Hellions on accident. Guess my planetary will have some work to do. If you do the strategy that he's doing, you always want to take that because it gives you extra gas, which just helps you morph the extra Ravagers early on. It's actually pretty hard to afford a Ravager. If you guys don't know, a Ravager is actually 100 gas in total if you calculate both the Roach and the Ravager morph. Oh, that might be a Nidus. You have to be careful for that. So it's basically like making a bunch of mutas. So you obviously do want, exactly, there's the Nidus. You obviously do want to get all the gas that you can. That's barely going to survive, unfortunately. I think it's a good time for me to start building turrets in my most vulnerable bases so the Niduses are not going to be able to come down too easily. I mean, that actually cost him money, so I don't mind it that much, right? But ideally, I would have the counter already. Probably can make a couple turrets here as well. Maybe a couple turrets here, even though that's relatively safe. I feel like if I make enough turrets, he's not even going to have space to make these Niduses in, which is going to be a very funny moment. Now, for the first time in his entire challenge, I have... I don't think he's enjoying my... Okay, we have literally frustrated him to death. I was going to say, I don't think he's enjoying my camping right now. No, he's not. Dude, I have 2,000 gas income. I was going to say, we've never had it before in this challenge that we have too much gas, but I was making 5 Ravens non-stop, together with all the planetaries and upgrades and stuff, and I could still make more starpers from more Ravens. 117 SCVs. I think we were massively ahead in this game, and we were definitely going to win, especially against his all-in style. He did get a hive, so he could have gone for Vipers, but this was actual art. We literally capped so well with Ravens, Widowmines, planetaries, and turrets that he just surrendered. That's a fantastic warm-up. Let's keep it going. Game number 2 is going to be against a Protoss player on Ghost River. Okay, this is not the map I wanted to see, to be honest. I think it's time to do one of my classic disgusting cheeses. And the reason why I think so is I'll show you guys in a sec. So on this map, the third base is just way too vulnerable, as is the main base. Like, this third base is really far away. You can never even hope of really securing that while playing Mass Raven Widowmine unless my opponent just doesn't feel like crossing across this really small map. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go for the factory in the main base strategy to build Widowmines. Oh, this is gonna be a scary one. Let's see. There's enough space on this map, guys. There really is enough space, so I think we're definitely gonna go for it. You guys loved this cheese in the past, and I've really loved it too. So here we go. What I'm gonna do is I'll build a factory outside of his base, and then I'll just fly it in. And if my opponent doesn't have a building or scouts in the exact perfect moment, that he could be getting messed up by the Widowmines a little bit. There is one big downside to this right now, and that is that the Widowmines are no longer invisible with an armory. So it is definitely not as good, not by a long shot. So I'm gonna have to see if there's something that I can do about that, right? So he's gonna scout my base. He's not gonna see anything suspicious, perhaps beside the fact that I'm playing gas first, if he's paying attention to that. It's also not gonna hurt. That's a very look at this honorable Protoss. He's not annoying the hell out of me by attacking my worker. Shout out to this guy. Now, that is a really big thing. Actually, before I continue with this build, no matter how good or bad it's gonna look, I would not recommend that you guys do this just because there is no cloak for the Widowmines anymore. Once the Widowmines fire, they're going to be visible. Before the patch, you could make an armory to make them permanently invisible. Now you need to go all the way up to drilling claws to make that happen, which is obviously not going to happen in the proxy unless I also want to make a tech lab in his base and get drilling claws from it. That is, I mean, sounds pretty cool, but probably not, right? So I think I'm just going to try and do a lot of damage with... Maybe I'll even wait for like a couple Widowmines or something. I'm not quite sure 100% how I want to play it yet. I'm also thinking about moving across the map with my Marines. Actually, this could be a pretty good bait. If he goes across the map with a Stalker, because he sees I have Marines on the low ground, that could actually be pretty helpful. Now, let's see. Where do I put it exactly? I think I'm going to put it right here. It's always so freaking scary. I get so nervous doing this. Because there could be a wall off here, and there could be a pylon next to this gas to wall it off here, right? I think this is the perfect location. Hopefully, we're not going to get spotted by something that I didn't see coming, but we'll see. Okay, Adept is coming across the map. So it's an Adept. That's actually quite interesting. I'm allowed to make one more Marine here. You guys did recently tell me in the comments that I'm allowed to remake my Marines, which I honestly didn't remember. So thank you guys for telling me. I'm going to save a couple of these. This is actually buying a lot of time. Wait, this could be pretty sick. So I'm going to make my 5 Marines, then I'll make my 1 Reaper. His Adept is going to miss my extra Marines. So I'll actually get a little bit of a double prong attack. This is going to be denied for a little bit, but that's not the biggest deal. Wait, this could actually be massive. I'm gonna distract him with these Marines. If he's not paying attention, he might even lose... Oh, no, he doesn't have a battery. Okay. And then I'm gonna run these in over there. Wait, he hasn't actually killed that. Oh, no, he saw... Oh, man, he was paying attention. That's unfortunate for us. That could have been absolutely massive. Let me just unburrow this because it's really annoying. And then I'll go back in with my Marines. Oh, I already had that gas. Let's saturate that and start going towards the natural. These Widow Mines are going to take a little damage, so I have to use my Marines to do a little bit more damage. I'm going to burrow this one over there. Should be able to grab a couple kills if it's outside of battery range. I think this probe is going to be outside of battery range. Exactly, so we can kill that one as well. It's actually losing a surprising amount of workers to this, which is quite nice for me. Now I can hide over here in this little nook. And now I'm going to try to get a double kill because he's clearly busy microing his probes right now. Am I going to get the... I think we're going to get the double, guys. Look at this. Yes. Oh, that is such a cool play. We actually got the freaking double there. And now I'm going to go for Widow Mine drops to follow it up. I don't think I can go for the Ravens yet because I would die to an attack. I actually have a Widow Mine that escaped over here. Maybe I can burrow that over there. That could be a nice place to burrow. And then I'll fly this factory away. And then I'll see how we're going to continue from here. Guess I could also go for mass Widow Mines first. I think I'm going to make a reactor here. And then... I'm really not quite sure where I'm going to go with this because it's just a very, very difficult strategy to play against Protoss with, right? So I think I have a couple buy units that I can use to saturate this bunker. And I guess I'll start making Ravens. I was considering going for the Widow Mines as well, but Ravens might be a better idea. So this Widow Mine drop is probably going to come a little bit surprisingly because he just forced my factory to fly away, which is, you know, makes it very weird. He does have very fast reactions, by the way. I'm actually kind of surprised that we managed to grab his 2 Stalkers earlier because his reactions are so freaking fast. Now, he's not going to be able to deal with this for a while, apparently, so that's quite nice. There's an Observer there. He might lose his Stalker. He's barely not going to lose it. Oh, looks like he has Blink. Did I see that correctly? Yeah, he does have Blink. I feel like he just blinked twice, but I guess the other Blink was just... on one of his Stalkers or something. I didn't quite realize, but it felt like he blinked a couple Stalkers and then blinked them again. Now, how am I going to be able to defend this, guys? That is the question. I killed a probe with that, apparently, which is quite nice. Guess I'll hide this for a little... Maybe I can fly this back in, you know? I'm actually going to try to fly it back in, because why not? I'll burrow this somewhere along the map. And I guess the situation we're in now is that we are slightly ahead economically, but we could potentially just die right away to a Blink Stalker attack. I'm going to make use of my community-voted rights to rebuild the Marines, because otherwise, you know, one blink into the bay could actually just end me. Even now it could, to be honest, but at least I have, like, another wave of defense. Didn't quite burrow that in time, unfortunately. Maybe could have done a little more there. I'm going to try maneuvering this around. I feel like I'm not going to rebuild a medevac, and I also don't really want to bring it back home. So let me start an engineering base so I can maybe get a planetary up there at some point. That'd be really nice. Let's see. Okay, so he's building in range. I think the probe probably saw that. Let's see. I'm just paying attention to the blink. Maybe he didn't actually see this. Okay, it looks like... Man, this guy's reaction speed is something else. If he sees this too, I'm actually going to be impressed, because there's no way he's going to see this coming. Exactly. And that is 6 kills for that Widow Mine, guys. Absolutely massive. Guess it's time for me to send the Ravens around. I'm going to burrow a couple Widow Mines in more strategic defensive locations. And then I'll get this to be a planetary. If we get... at least these 2 planetaries up, we're going to be quite good. Like, the 5cc setup, that is a little bit of a distant dream against Protoss, unfortunately. I just think it's a little money expensive, right, to be able to get away with. I could... Maybe I'll just build it on location. If it gets caught, it gets caught. Otherwise, that's going to be a massive winning play for us, potentially, later on. Gonna have to bring those Widow Mines a little bit further back. I guess mass drilling claw drops would have also been a decent idea against this Protoss. But on this map, it's just a little bit too scary, I think, to be honest. That's really what it is. Like, on this map, I feel like they could move across the map with 10 Stalkers and just kill you if you even, you know... if you're even just a little bit too greedy. So he's going to run away from these already, which is nice. He has an observer over... Okay, he's going to see that I'm morphing the planetary. He can probably kill that observer with 1 auto turret. At least I hope so. Well, he's going to go into the Marines, so that's going to be nice. Make that a little easier for me. Let's try to get... Oh, those are actually oversaturated. Let's try to get this base saturated, get the gases over here. He has a lot of Stalkers. Wait, did I lose a Raven somehow? Wasn't this... Huh? I'm so confused right. Wasn't that 3 Ravens before? I guess I lost the Raven and somehow my brain just didn't register it. Happens to the best, I suppose. Gonna get a couple turrets out here. Drilling Claws, is that a good option? I don't really know. Now, oh, wait, he went for Colossus. That is actually quite surprising. I guess in that case, I will get Interference Matrix, because why not? He did lose his Observer, and he still seems to be passive. Like, I have praised him a lot for his reaction speed, and I feel like he's been playing quite well. But this decision to play this passive, I don't think I really like it, to be honest, because he's giving me so much space. I clearly have more economy already, so it's very surprising that he is taking it so freaking easy. Barely not going to kill that Stalker, unfortunately. If he doesn't have a Stargate, by the way, I can just keep going back and forth between his bases, which is going to be incredibly annoying, just like this. Wait, I can wall it off. Look, I can wall the probes in. No, it was so... Actually, no, that wouldn't have been a wall. I can drop more auto turrets over here. He's going to lose so many freaking probes here, guys. And I have the planetary at home. I can't believe of all moments he's deciding to attack now when all my planetaries are finished. These Widowmines also did a pretty decent job. I honestly forgot that I sent those. I can't even lie about it. I would like to take full credit for that genius maneuver, but I actually just forgot that I sent those a while ago. Now, I guess at this rate, maybe I should just keep taking hidden expansions, because he is letting me get them up for now, which is really nice. There are no Stalkers over here, which kind of makes me think he's still in front of my base. Let's drop a couple more turrets here. I feel like every single turret I drop is denying his economy by so much, because he has to click the probes away, right? Like, he's struggling with this so much right now. He's going to lose the remainder of the probes into the main base as well. He's actually blinking the Stalkers forward, but there's enough auto turrets to take care of those Stalkers. Now, at this point, they are out of energy. Let me start a couple more starports over here. Guess I'll hide an expansion in the bottom. It would be really funny if I ran into his hidden expansion, by the way. I wouldn't even be that surprised, to be honest. Now, I'm just going to fly my next command center to the next. This is really greedy, but I feel like with the way he's been, just chilling, I really think I can get away with this ultra greed. Oh, I'm missing one starport. Let me get building armor and the extra range for the planetary as well. And these Widowmines, I guess I shift-click them around to his base, right? That should be quite nice. So he has a bunch of zealots over here. It's not going to be enough to stop these auto turrets, unfortunately, for him. Like, he's just going to have to run away again. Like, if he's not going to make Stargates... yeah, he's making a Stargate now. He's finally getting sick of it. I could do this forever if there's no Stargate. Phoenixes, by the way, if you guys don't know, they are an absolutely absurd superhuman counter to the Raven, like, and to Banshees as well. Like, they kill everything so fast. Maybe I can wall him in a little bit now. Oh, this is going to be very, very efficient. I'm going to kill the battery as well. Yeah, he's running to the top because there's auto turrets at the bottom, but I have more energy, so I can drop auto turrets everywhere. He's walking into my planetary and my turret now with his Colossus, so maybe I can even kill that with my SUVs, which is freaking... When are you going to see this? What is happening over here? He's walking into all my static defenses. I think his brain has kind of exploded a little bit in this moment. He also lost a lot of probes over here. Now, it does seem like he did evacuate the probes somewhere. I'm not quite sure where. Does he have this base? I guess he might have that base by now, because otherwise I'm not quite sure where the probes went. He does not have that base, and I think since we killed the Colossus and we killed his entire army, we actually have more stuff than this guy. He must be making a Phoenix. Yeah, he is making Phoenixes at this point, but like, look at the amount of stuff we have, guys. Like, it's pretty crazy. I can quite literally surround his Stalkers and his probes with these auto turrets. He's gonna blink over here, but there's more than enough auto turrets to take care of every single Stalker over here as well. He's gonna have to run away from the Phoenix. Okay, that's actually so funny. I didn't even see that happening. It instantly died. The Stalkers are gonna die as well. Now, I am out of energy. He is gonna lose that Stalker, but I don't think I can kill the remainder of these probes. Actually, I have one Raven over here that I forgot about. And at this point, I think our opponent is an absolute fighter. Kind of reminds me of a game I played on the second channel where I killed 5 gajillion probes and he was still doing an absolute best. But sadly for my opponent, I think this one is not going to be it anymore. We have killed so much. And the craziest thing about this is that this strategy looked freaking better than in the other matchups in this game. Like, it actually looked so freaking good. I'm just going to drop turrets here, kill the remainder of those probes. Might as well kill that observer while I'm at it. Might have to drop another one for that. Not quite sure. Now I'm going to go into the natural. I am maxed out on freaking Ravens, and I think the loss is setting in for the opponent a little bit there. And this was really freaking awesome, guys. 4.4k against 12.3k units lost in a matchup that should be incredibly hard for this. And it really is. 3 times the units lost against a high MR Protoss playing mass Ravens against mass Stalkers. I cannot believe how well this worked out. My army, very similar to the other games. 112 SUVs because why the hell not? 1 Reaper, 1 Marine, and 29 Ravens. And that's not even going to be the end of today. Let's play our final game. Game number 3 is going to be against a Zerg. That's actually funny. I just checked the stats. And this latter season, out of 12 games, we played 9 against Zerg. So now it's 10 out of 13. And I said it, I think, in the Ling Infestor episode, where in Ling Infestor I play against Terrans. Here I only play against Zergs. And I'm still really happy that that's the case, because these games are so much cooler than mirror matchups, I think. Though that last TVT we played against a Grandmaster Terran with Raven Widowmine was actually freaking awesome as well. Like, really, really awesome. Now I'm gonna go for... Wait, I didn't do this in the first game, right? Why didn't I wall on the low ground in the first game? Was there an actual good reason for that, or was I just on autopilot? I think I was most likely just on autopilot, because... I mean, I guess it worked out really well, but it would be nice to get the low ground wall up here every time. Now we're playing on Crimson Court again. Does that mean it is time to play the 9 command center setup again, guys? It was intended to be 7, somehow turned into 9. I mean, I was even making more command centers after that, but it's mostly about like the full planetary setup, right? The 9 command center setup, guys. Maybe that is just the way to go. I mean, definitely not on maps like Ghost River, but maps like this, whew, that was awesome. Okay, so I think I'm going to stick mainly to a similar plan. I guess it's just what I'm going to be working out on this episode. So I'm going to have minimal... production facilities, right? I think in the last game I had, or in the first game rather of the episode, I think I had 1 factory and 2 starports for like 9 command centers or so, which is, yeah, obviously very minimal. But if the planetaries ever get up on this map, you are incredibly safe. So I don't even think I'm doing anything that's too crazy. Like, obviously, it's a little crazy, right? Making 9 command centers for production. I feel like I'm the only person in the world that would say that's not too crazy. But in my opinion, it's not too crazy on this map, because only just a couple planetaries can really lock this map down instantly. And I think I'm going to build a depot over here, because a factory fits perfectly here. Oh, he did go for some early Zerglings. Ooh, we're going to have to be careful. Oh, no, we're getting hardcore cheesed, actually. Whew, what am I going to do against this? I need to think about this one, actually. This is not going to be easy, I think. Yeah, it's clearly a very hardcore cheese. Oh, wait, it doesn't... No, it doesn't wall it off. I'm an absolute silly goose monster. I'm not just a regular silly goose, but a silly goose monster. I think... Like, it's most likely to be a bailing all-in, to be honest. How am I gonna wall this off? No, get the hell inside, you weirdo. I guess I'll make a bunker over here. Yeah, this is definitely going... I think I'm gonna change this for an engineering bay. I need another SCV down here, ASAP. I think it should probably be this one. I'm gonna cancel this SCV as well. Okay, this is getting a little funny. Right? I mean, this has to be a bailing on it. I can't imagine this being anything else. So he's morphing a lot of bailings now. And hopefully my planetaries can stay strong. I don't know how much gas he is in mine. Why is that bailing so late? Have I tricked myself a little bit? Why it's weird is because I really feel like the bailing should have been morphing already. I can probably not finish building that one. But the bailing nest only finished just now, which kind of makes me think he took like a hidden base or something. But maybe his plan was just to go for like a really big link flood initially. I'm going to make a bunker back here. Keep in mind I'm actually running out of Marines I'm allowed to build, which is a little bit of a problem with this challenge. I was looking at the minimap and it looked to be like the Ling retreated, but instead it was just perfectly on top of the Widowmine. That's a little unfortunate. I'm gonna make another bunker over here. Yeah, this is quite a funny hold, right? We're against he's rallying a lot of Lings at home for some reason. Guess I'll be able to just juke this a little bit with my Reaper. Quite confident in my Reaper skills, if you guys didn't know that. So that is going to be the final Marine. I guess I'll wall it off even more by making the starport over there. My Reaper is going to die now, which was to be expected. And now we're here. I guess my opponent's plan is going to be to detonate so many Bailings he can kill the barracks. I think that is actually going to be the plan. I could probably just kill a couple of those Zerglings with that, so he can't trigger the Widowmine too easily. Now I have 2 Widowmines here already. I guess the 9 command center setup is not going to happen this game, because we're building 3 E-bays, 3 bunkers, and a starport in our natural. I wonder if he's... You know, it sounds really dumb, but if he technically went for one of my plays, and made a lair and dropped into my main, that would actually be a little scary. I'm gonna do the most bronze thing you guys have ever seen me do, and I'm gonna build some turrets in my main base 4 minutes in. And yeah, for the bronze players out there, that is indeed a bronze move. I'm sorry. And then maybe we could stop like the link drop or something. Dude, I swear, I really think he's still making links. I know at this point he should be transitioning, right? 100%. There's no doubt about it. But I really feel like he's still making freaking links out there. I'm going to scan his natural. No, you see? Well, to be fair, he could have taken the gold base at this point. But I really think he's still making links like an absolute psycho. Let's see, the Raven is going to finish soon. Is there anything else I need to be afraid of here? I'm not even quite sure to be. I'm so tempted to lift off this freaking barracks and actually have a little bit of a check around. I like how I'm going for a third command center, by the way. Obviously makes sense. So now I have my Raven. He's probably wondering why the hell I made a Raven instead of like a Banshee or something. Now let's find the 30 Banelings he's hiding, guys. Where are they? Are they here? No? Are they here? Oh, there they are. Oh my god, it's actually so many Banelings. It's actually so funny. And the Widowmine took care of it. And I have a beautiful wall. What is he gonna do? No GG is called because it's just unfair that Terran can hold this stuff like this, right? It is actually a pretty hilarious game. It would be even funnier if I actually flew in the right direction with the Raven when I said it. Where are the 30 Banelings hiding? And then they were right here. I really thought they were gonna be hiding here, but unfortunately not. No. This bailing all in was a little bit too obvious. And to be honest, guys, we were very lucky, or well, we made the right decision by it, but we were very lucky that we walled on the low ground, because if we didn't, we wouldn't have been able to take the natural, because the wall would have been too late, too easy to bust. I would die to the Zerglings first of all, probably. But that was a very cool episode, an awesome TVZ on this map, followed by an awesome, even more awesome perhaps, TVP on Ghost River, followed by this hilarious game. Poker's Cheese didn't work. Actually, pretty fitting name to call himself Poker, going for a 6-minute one-base bailing all in. But that's going to be it for today. Hope you guys had a fantastic time with me. If you did, consider giving the channel or the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see y'all for the next video. Adios.